Welcome back. Came back for the potions, right? Take it with you. It's okay. It's alright. You can sip on it as you need it throughout the day. I won't take it away from you. Don't worry. How is everyone? Welcome back again, everyone. Glad you could make it. Everyone have a great night. Hopefully you did. Hopefully you stayed up. Hopefully you got some other people healed up too. Like I always say, don't just, come here and get yourself healed up. Make sure you're spreading the health around to people. Make sure they're getting healed up. Spread the love, right? Spread the love. There's a lot of love to go around. More than enough. Without further ado, we are going to bring you some paladins. So what did everyone get up to last night? Did everyone have a good dinner? We had burgers and fries for dinner last night. Always one of my favorites. I'm a big fan of generally like a big banquet burger. We just kind of went quick and easy last night. We were feeling lazy. So we just did some burgers and fries in the oven.
Select your champion.
What does everyone like on their hamburger? Does everyone have like a go-to condiments list that they choose from?
Customize
or go-to
your champion.
Toppings list? Or is there anything you just absolutely hate on a hamburger? I don't know if there's anything I really can't stand on a hamburger. I know the big craze right now is what do you call it? Is the I always like putting this stuff down. Just make sure it's running as best as it can. Oh, that made it look horrible. What was I saying? Oh, the new big craze is having the cracked egg on your burger, and I'm just not a big fan of that. I'm not a big enough egg fan to
Select a
go
champion.
for a cracked egg on top of my hamburger.
Customize your champion.
Not into that. How about you guys? Do you guys like the cracked egg on top? Like the, what is it, the soft-boiled egg or the over easy egg? That's the thing, I'm not even a big enough egg fan to know what that style of egg is called. I just know I don't like it. I don't want runny eggs on my burgers. Actually, I had Five Guys burgers and fries a little while ago, and that was really good. I really like the fact that when you get jalapenos from them, they put the jalapenos like on the bottom of the burger. So like as you're biting into the burger, you kind of get like the jalapenos like kind of like on your tongue, like with the initial bite, and then it kind of like cools it down as you're like eating it. Good composition. It really does matter like what order you put things in sometimes. Sometimes. It's like pizza. Like everyone should be eating pizza the opposite way with like the toppings on, the bottom, right? Then they'd all come falling off. That wouldn't be fun to deal with, right? That wouldn't be fun to deal with. No one likes toppings on their plate instead of on their pizza, right?
Come into my circle.
Alright, I think we got things here.
Prepare for battle.
I think we're gonna go with Life Rip to start and Nimble. A lot of the times I won't buy the perks until later in the match, and I've been made fun of a lot of times for that, but I find in a lot of cases it really is situation specific and team specific on which ones you should choose, right? I've made the point a lot of times, like, you could have 3 supports on the other team, but none of them are actually healing, so like, why would you pick a cauterize or something like that if you don't need to mitigate their healing output? You know what I mean? So like, there's certain things that just you kind of like should wait to kind of figure out what's going on in the match before you actually commit to things sometimes. Oh. Should be able to get this barrack down, I think, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that'll work. Shield up! Shield up! Yeah, there we go. That'll work. That'll work. I haven't played Paladins in quite some time, actually. Kind of actually missed it there for a little bit. I've been playing so much, Ultima Online. Which is an awesome game, by the way. I love that game. Get that turret down, get that turret down. It's the easiest target. Oh, we got flanked there. Go figure. You're actually getting some pretty good push there for a little bit. Group up, group up, group up. Oh, I can't believe that landed. I can't believe that landed. How did that ever land? How did that ever land? That was crazy. Oh. Yeah, we're getting flanked pretty hard there. We need to group up more for sure on this one. Our team's kind of split up.
30 seconds remaining. Enemy rampage. 15 seconds remaining.
No. Yeah. We're just getting overwhelmed with damage there.
4, 3, 2.
Everyone's just kind of like blindly running in, and that one guy is not. Doesn't seem like he's doing too much. I don't know. Maybe I was missing it or whatnot, but didn't see him in the fight too much. Get in the fight. You're our tank. You should be like on point, no? I thought that was kind of the point of those tank characters, to hold down points.
Point spawning in 15 seconds.
15 seconds.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Guess might as well go life rip and just try and make ourselves as tanky as possible and survive, I guess.
Enemy is unstoppable.
Screw that. No one wants to help in the back line here. Like, come on, guys. We're just gonna get torn apart here. No one wants to work together.
An enemy is savage. Enemy double kill.
Anyone want to work this back line here by chance? Like, maybe a little bit? Oh, this one's a fun match. This is gonna be a long back and forth. This is gonna be rough, I can already tell. That's the thing I've made about this. That's the point I made about this game before too. Like, sometimes the matches can almost get to a point of like painful where it's just back and forth slowly. I was gonna say, if that guy doesn't get him, like, what is going on here? Okay, now we're starting to hold them a little bit better here. We're starting to kind of work together a bit better here. Ah, that'll work. That'll work. Oh, Corvus, eh? You want to play around, eh? Alright. Sure, let's have some fun.
30 seconds remaining.
Burr, burr, burr.
Enemy is savage. 15 seconds remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, double 3, 2, 1.
Hold the door! Hold the door! Hold the door! That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. I don't even know what I like. I don't even know things well enough to know what I should buy.
Spawning in 15 seconds.
Should really read up on different builds a little bit more and stuff like that for different characters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How did you guys get hit by that? this person just keeps diving the back line here and taking me out. I think they're pretty much the only person that's really focusing me down at this point.
Enemy killing spree. Enemy double. Overtime.
Ah! That was kind of foolish of me. That just staggers me out now. Should have waited for my team. And then they're all gonna die, and then I'm staggered off again. Yeah. HCY. Good job, bud. Good job. You actually know how to play your character and what to do.
An enemy is unstoppable.
A flanker that's flanking? No way!
Killing spree.
That'll work too. Yep. Hit them when they're grouped up like that? Sure. I'll take that. Glad someone got the pick on that one. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Take that Corvus down. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that one felt good, eh guys? That one felt good. Just like this one. Ooh. That was a pretty good one. That was pretty good.
Point spawning in 15
Crushing out.
seconds.
Crushing out. Come on, guys. Let's get this final point. Let's get this final point. Let's group up and work together here, folks.
5.
Let's get the final push.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's super hard to compete with them on that point.
Enemy is
Because
unstoppable.
our one tank is just running off and flanking out in the middle of nowhere. Puts us at a very bad disadvantage for those place fights in the beginning.
Enemy is savage. Double kill.
Come on, guys. Come on. We got this. Come on.
Enemy is immortal.
Yeah! Can't believe we actually came out with the win on that one. Really? Really? It was literally a point-to-point match the whole time, and someone's gonna start, like, sassing other people. You have a serious ego problem, like, when you, like, talk down to people negatively in these games. I think you might want to take a look at yourself there, champ.
Siege. Choose your champion. Rock. Customize your champion.
Get in a couple of games here. YOLO Panda. That's a cool name. So who's everyone's favorite character on Paladins? Mine is probably obviously Grok, followed closely by, is it Saris? Like this one here. And I think I would really like Corvus's gameplay once I actually figure out how to play him better. But I'm not very used to his mechanics and stuff. So I'm not very good with him. But I think he'd be a very powerful healer. I like Genos as well. I mean, all the support in this game are really good. Just depends on what you're looking for, right? Like, for an example, hopefully, our Grover is going to kind of like just sit down on the point with the tank and maybe like a DPS or something and hold down the point. And I'll hopefully be able to kind of like work around the team, since my healing is a little bit more mobile. But we will see. We will see. A lot of people pick support just so they can heal themselves too, right? Which is not the optimal playstyle for a support character. You're literally supposed to support your team, make your team play better. But, I mean, what's team play, right? Woo, 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 woo. This match is taking forever to load up. Well, on that note, folks, make sure you take a heal potion with you for the day. Stay healed up, right? Stay healed up. Sip on it if you need it throughout the day, throughout the weekend. You know, stop back in, of course, if you need another one. I'll brew up more. I have my alchemy lab going full time. Don't worry, I'm always brewing potions. We've got our RGB potion in the back here, of course. Right? Everyone's favorite, the RGB potion. Of course, take the RGB potion. I think we're gonna have to take this one back to the alchemy lab over the course of the weekend and probably like recharge this one. This one seems to be kind of running out of magic here, so we'll have to get that one charged up. And then we also have, of course, let's feed it out from the back here. Of course, the Potion of Evolution. Take it with you as you need it, folks. You know, all the spiritually initiated viewers here are amazingly awesome. But let's be honest, everyone can be that extra little 10% more awesome. So take it with you and evolve, polymorph into the next evolution, right? For all my UO brethren, you gotta polymorph. Yeah, that's the one thing I've got the, what is it, the Huawei P20 phone, and man, oh man, the camera on that phone is incredible. I'm always hyping up about how awesome the camera is on that phone. I'm always taking pictures. I'm such like a shutter bug and stuff like that, and I'm just really happy that I've got like a decent camera on my phone, because I'm not really one to carry around a separate digital camera. Like a DLS, what is it? DLSR. But I'm very happy that the camera on my phone is really good, really good. Apparently the P30, like the newer version, is even better, obviously. But I wouldn't know because I don't have it. All right, well, since it's taken so long here, I'm gonna take a quick washroom break. I will be right back here, folks. Give me 2 seconds. What is going on here with this match? Are we dropping out or something? We lose connection, or what's going on here? What is going on here, folks? What is going on here? What is happening? Okay, maybe we're gonna, I don't know. Maybe we'll switch up to some Ultima Online play here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here today, folks. We're having bad luck across the board. So we were trying to play... Okay, so full disclaimer, we were trying to play Ultima Online to begin with on the day. And that didn't work. And now we're trying to play Paladins, and it's not working. What is going on here, folks? I apologize immensely. With the stream shed, there is non-stop technical issues, it seems like. Okay, so just for point of reference, folks, for like any like nerdos out there and stuff like that. So I have the new I have the new Zen 3 5600 CPU in my computer, right? Which is essentially like the lowest end new AMD CPU chip. And even like I was just monitoring it there and stuff like that, even with Paladins open, with all my, like I've got 2 other monitors here completely filled with analytics and everything like that. What is it? 4 different windows of Chrome open, 5 different windows of Chrome open, Spotify, stream avatars, everything like that. With everything like that open and running, I'm only running still at roughly 37 to 42% roughly of my CPU. Oh, that's not bad. So I still haven't hit half the utilization on my CPU yet. Running everything I run. Running everything I run. So all my games, all my streams, all my analytics, all the side programs and stuff like that. Still haven't hit 50% on the CPU yet. That is not bad. This thing's a beast. This thing is a beast. Yeah, and just for point of reference, for anyone wondering about like air-cooled versus liquid-cooled, like my GPU is running at 47 degrees. I don't think I really need liquid cooling if it's running at 47 degrees. I mean, it's not like we just had like this hard-fought streaming battle or anything, or gaming battle, but even still. Okay, maybe we'll try, I don't know, maybe we'll try some Overwatch here for a short little bit, play a couple of matches of Overwatch maybe. Because I was having problems trying to sign into, Ultima Online earlier. So I'm gonna try some Overwatch here just to see if maybe this works. We'll keep trying, right? Persistence beats resistance. That's what I keep telling people about signing into Ultima Online. Though for me, I had been trying to sign in for a while and it wasn't working, and I was running like, I was already like an hour late for my stream at least, so nothing was working this morning. Alright. Let's see what we can pull in here. Can we pull off a win here, folks? Can we pull off some W's? Oh, you guys almost got to see me spray juice again everywhere. I've done that one before. That's not fun. Oh, what player icons can we use now? We don't have very many player icons. This is a relatively new account. I've always wanted, like, the one player icon that I want, like, so bad, and I can never seem to unlock it, is the, where is it? The BMX. The BMX Reaper. I don't even like Reaper. Like, I don't like playing DPS characters, but I love that, the BMX player icon. That's actually one thing I gotta hit up with my nephew sometime soon, is he got a nice little BMX bike, so we gotta hit up a bike park sometime soon. The next time the weather's nice outside. We've been getting a really bad stint of like really horrible weather in Canada the last couple of days. We got really lucky. Go figure. Like, go figure for the kids for like they pushed March break this year into April. Like spring break into April. Because of COVID and everything going on, and now that they pushed it, like, we're getting horrible weather, even though like pretty much all of March was beautiful, right? Go figure. But the next time it's nice, I really want to go out and ride some bikes with my nephew, like at a bike park or something. Because like I said, he's got a really nice BMX bike, and then I've got a like a big, huge, dirty, like downhill, like old style Norco. So I'll just kind of plush around with him.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Still at a bargain, do you believe him? Bastard.
Fully healed.
Regen burst activated. Barrier is unstable. My barrier is destroyed. Activating the barrier. Get in here. All better. Barrier out of existence.
Come on, guys. We gotta push through this choke point here. We can't just sit here. We're just gonna get like soaked up here if we sit here. And just try and like. We all should have followed in the yeah, the diva last time. There was just too much there. I got like overwhelmed. Yeah, they had their whole team there by the end. That would have. I wish I got my my amplification matrix earlier there. That was kind of a waste. Oh well, whatever. Tried to kind of pop in from the side. Hey, Pothos, how's it going? How are you today?
Regen burst activated.
Everyone heal up.
How's the new computer running? I was just saying, weather by us has been like super crummy after a really nice stint of like super really nice beautiful weather. Unseasonably warm in Canada, unseasonably like just nice. How was your weather? I know I hate to be that guy to bring up weather, but like I don't know, I've been really depressed because the kids had like their spring break pushed from the normal like mid-March to mid-April this year, and it's just really crummy that happened because like go figure, in Canada we had beautiful weather all of March, and then now that the kids are getting spring break, it's like super crummy weather. Yeah, we got like no finishing power on our team here. Like no one's like actually like taking people out.
Get in here.
Come on, let's push, guys.
Into the iris.
Oh, give me a second.
Regen burst
30 seconds remaining.
Move forward. It's not over yet.
Yo, how's it going, babe? Oh, I hope we get this. If we don't get this, we're done. Yeah, we're done.
Overtime.
See you in a bit, babe.
Well, it
Hey,
could be
computer,
worse.
what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 2 degrees Celsius.
Ooh.
Today, expect a high of 7 degrees. Happy Friday.
Play of the game.
Yeah, so it was, it's not that warm today. 2 degrees. It's been averaging probably around 10 to 15 recently.
Double.
I guess that's true too. Like, we just got really, really lucky throughout March, so it would have been nice if the kids had their normal like spring break in March. But go figure, it gets pushed this year, and then we have crummy weather the whole time that that spring break is on, right? Sure, we'll endorse our Mercy, our tank, and our other tank. Sure. I mean, it happens though, right? And at the same time too, like, you know, I think the kids are getting pretty used to sticking indoors and stuff like that this year, so, you know, it is what it is, right? Get out when you can get out, and, you know, chill out inside when you can. That's the thing, at least kids have high-speed internet, and they're, you know, being entertained with computers and streaming and stuff like that, so, you know, still silver lining of it all, right? You know what? I think we're gonna play maybe Moira this time.
Adjusting
Science
Exactly.
will reveal the
It's just time to game for a little bit. Oh, we're getting hammered here. Okay.
truth. Get into position.
We are getting hammered. Oh, literally getting hammered. Look at Ryan.
Score 0.
Ouch. What did I jump into? What did I jump into here? And that's the thing too, right? It's just time to play some video games. Time to enjoy the time you do get. And like I've been saying too, just focus on what you can focus on. You know, better yourself. Learn a new language if you're inclined to learn a new language, or, you know, learn a new skill. I've been trying to learn how to like do some light video editing and stuff like that. So just different things like that and everything, right?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pretty much,
Capture
pretty much,
the objective.
you know, boning up on my tech skills and everything like that. So, you know, once the world does start to turn again, at least you can hit the ground running, right? I use DaVinci. I'm just super simple, super like lightweight and stuff like that, just the free version. But I use DaVinci Resolve. And I mean, it for everything, it does everything you need it to and more, right? So I don't really have to switch for the most part. Or I don't feel I have to switch anyways. Man, we are getting hammered, like literally just getting hammered in there. Yeah, DaVinci isn't bad. I mean, I've started playing around with it. Been watching some tutorial videos and stuff like that, like just more or less learning hands-on and everything. And it's been providing me, you know, exactly what I need, and like I said, and more, right? Which one do you use, if you don't mind me asking?
Allow me to repair the damage.
And it's funny too, because a lot of people don't like video editing, and I don't know, I like it. Like, I find, okay, so my mindset with video editing is your video should almost have like kind of the same, I'm almost like throwing this map out, or this match out the window, I'm not even paying attention. But I find like a video should almost kind of have like kind of the same flow as like music or whatnot. You know, especially like clips and stuff like that, where it's almost got like kind of like the like you've got like the, how would it go, like what is it, A B B C A or something like that. I forget what the actual thing is, but like the kind of like where it starts off slow, then picks up, and then kind of like then drops slow again. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's kind of what I've been like trying to like aim for in my videos and stuff like that, is just like a flow to it, right? Oh, you hate Adobe, but you're so and that's the thing too, right? Like, you get so used to a certain program or something like that, and it doesn't matter if you really like it or not. It's just it gets to a certain comfort level, right? Where that's all you can really do. Or I know got pinned out of nowhere. Like, I know myself, like, I'm learning on DaVinci, so I know if I was to try and switch at any point, I would be completely lost.
Defeat. Play of the game.
Yeah, like the pace is super important with the video. Like, I mean, at the start, more or less, like the first one I did was more or less just me kind of like clipping out a section of video that I had done and overlaying audio over top of the video, and then essentially like kind of just clipping off the video at the front and the end to you know, to transition it in and out and stuff like that. So like really super basic stuff, right? I wasn't even clipping in multiple sections together and stuff like that, but I just wanted to more or less like learn how, like in DaVinci Resolve, like how the bin worked and stuff like that to work off of the media that you're going to be using in your like in your edit and stuff like that, right? Like, I mean, I don't even know if I'm using the proper terminology and stuff, but it was really neat learning like the basics, right? Oh, okay. So did you pay for Premiere then? Because that's one of the like the top ones that that's out there, if I'm not mistaken. That's a paid one, if I'm not mistaken, too, right? And like for an example, like what would be the benefit of, say, like a paid service of Adobe over a free service like DaVinci? Because like I was saying, like so far it seems to do everything I want it to do. But for an example, I believe it was MKV files can't be used or imported into DaVinci. So is that something that like a paid service would kind of resolve by allowing you to import a wider range of different media sources into the editing program in itself? Oh, it's a monthly subscription. Oh, so you get it from work. So I mean,
Traveling to
oh, there you go, right? There you go.
Prepare to attack. Select
Was
your
that?
hero.
Don't tell me that beastly system was from work too. Was that like kind of covered by work? Because if so, that's awesome. That's super awesome. And hats off to you for getting that. Oh no, that was a self gift, eh?
No dying on mine.
But yeah, like, does a paid service allow you essentially more range in terms of what you're importing as media sources and stuff like that? Or what would a paid platform actually get you or benefit, right? Like, what would the benefit be to pay for a service like that? Because like I said, like for an example, it seems like DaVinci Resolve has everything like I want for free. So like if I was to ever like start stepping up my game, like what would be essentially the benefits of paying for a service instead of just sticking with Resolve, right?
2, 1.
Oh, they're gonna let us come out a little bit out of the doors here at least. Oh, maybe not. And of course I get flame strike. I love to get hit by things. I can't dodge anything. I can't dodge anything. Yeah, they're diving too deep. I can't get my... I think a lot of people forget that about Batiste, that his grenades will be blocked by the enemies. Come on, guys, help the back line here. Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to be able to compete with a Reaper up close like that.
Maintain that positive attitude.
But yeah, I think a lot of people forget that Batiste healing grenades are blocked by the enemy shields. So I see a lot of people pushing beyond the enemy shield and like expecting to get healed, and it in a lot of cases I can't, right? That's why you'll see me kind of nimbly jumping around and stuff like that. I'm essentially trying to jump. Whoa, I can't believe I landed that. That was a really good shot on my part. Not to boast or anything too much, but that was a really good shot. But yeah, you'll see me kind of jumping around all nimbly a lot just to try and get over the shields, like get over the enemy shields so I can kind of like drop the grenades down on the enemy.
How about a little extra?
Yeah, that Reaper he is annoying.
Thank you, Baptiste. You're welcome.
I'd say pay benefit with Adobe is the integration between the different apps. Oh! Well, okay, so for an example, what do you mean by that? Because I can automatically post in DaVinci to like to my different platforms and stuff like that if I want to. I just didn't really
See the snap up.
feel the need.
Hug top.
Paper up top. You may all be good.
I felt it was better to just kind of have the file on my system and then upload it directly, kind of myself independently. Oh. I'll try and pop him up here then. Oh, no, I won't. Ah! Everyone got kicked off there. Like between Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects, Media Encoder.
That could have gone better.
Oh, so like you think DaVinci Resolve is the best out of like all the free ones pretty much? Oh, I see what you're saying. The different integration between the different apps themselves. Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense then.
Take your medicine.
Gotta move my notebook here in a second. I keep going to do wide right sweeps.
Oh, switch out.
And I keep missing my my sweeps because my hand keeps hitting my my notebook from Ultima. Yes!
We can win this, we can win this, we can win this, we have to win this.
Yeah, we got this. All right, cool. Oh, and no worries about the BRB.
Got you good as new.
I understand this one isn't as exciting as some of the other content. I got my concentration face on. Zaz always makes fun of me for that.
another ult.
Amplification matrix ready. Prepare. Fire. Let them out.
Ah ha ha ha. Oh, no worries. No worries. How many cats do you have? And what kind of cats do you have? I had an American short hair. Like, I guess just like an American, what do they call him? An American short hair for a while.
All better. For now.
But unfortunately, on better thoughts, he unfortunately ran away.
Take your medicine.
That's right.
I don't know if he ran away. I live out in the country. That was a really good slam. Big slam. That was a good game.
Victory.
Oh, two cats. One very long-haired black one, and then one very fluffy small one. Oh, that's cute. I love gray cats. I don't know why, but I just love gray cats. Gray and orange cats. Though my Negan, my last cat, He was an all-black cat, and he was the sweetest thing. Well,
Double kill.
his name Negan was very appropriate. He was very like he was super super friendly, but he was very like tough and brutish. He definitely threw his weight around. That's for sure. If he wanted pets or whatnot, he would aggressively go for them. That's for sure. And he was one of the best hunters I have ever seen. He would bring home full-grown birds all the time. He would bring home like mice, obviously, virtually everything. It was fun watching him hunt. Why did that not go through?
Welcome to Hollywood.
Ooh, defend. Ooh.
Science will reveal the truth. This will restore you.
Fully healed.
Come on, get it back up. Get it back up. Oh. Yeah, it's really hard jumping into a game this late. You don't get a sense of like the flow of the game or anything like that. Who you should be healing, who's worth healing.
We must challenge our assumptions.
You're just kind of running with it, right? Flying by the seat of your pants.
I will draw the strength from your...
Yeah, you can't do anything.
Defeat.
I joined it like the last second. It's like, good game? I don't know.
Play of the game.
Yeah, Negan was a little sweetie. He was awesome. But it's been pretty much what? I guess just a little bit under a year since I've seen him. High hopes that he's just living it up at someone's house and he found a new home that I guess he liked better or whatnot, gave him better food, right? Oh, no, I'll stay in it. I think this will probably be my last game of Overwatch, and then I'm probably gonna try and switch up to maybe Ultima, just to see if it starts working again for me. Our server. People are so petty. Our server is getting like DDoS attacked. And I mean, it's on a 20-plus-year-old game. Like, really? Like, get a life. Get a life.
Now arriving at Ilios. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, on like a 20-year-old game, it's getting attacked. Then again, in a lot of cases, like, it's such an old game that, like, people are so, like, I don't know. People are so hung up on the game and stuff that like, in a lot of cases, like, if they start getting soured or something, they'll just be really petty and attack it just because they've been, like, PK'd or something. So that means, like, murdered in the game. Things like that, right? So, I mean, it happens. It's whatever.
But I will see them down.
Oh, so I was gonna say, is someone trying to get a basket there?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
So, do you do video editing for people, Pothos, or is that just like for yourself?
All better. Now. Reaching up. Get in here. Come. Going. Get inside.
Woo! 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 I don't know how we didn't die there. Did someone just kill me from behind? Oh, I thought someone was sitting behind me and killed me. I was like, oh, really?
Well, it could be
I didn't
worse.
check my back line when I jumped up to that platform. Someone could have been hiding in the corner. That's what I thought happened, but it was a legit, like, front to face kill.
Got you good as new.
I've got you in my sights.
Regen up.
Whoa! Oh man, we're just getting like trounced in this game. Holy jumping. I used to be a multimedia person in a creative agency, but now I don't do it that often anymore. Oh no? Oh, that's really cool though. That's really cool. And if you don't mind me asking, how come you got out of it? Just stopped like enjoying it, so you wanted to kind of like slow down and do it more for like personal like enjoyment or whatnot? Or you just found something better?
Tactical goggles activated.
Oh, that was horrible aim. That was good timing on that grenade, though, to hit that Doom Fist. That was pretty good. I feel good about that, at least. That made up for it.
My tactical visor is charging.
Going up.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Oh! And that Winston got pushed off the edge. That's awesome. Oh! Man, that person's got my, like, tag on. Seriously. Yeah, they got my number. I wanted to enjoy student life a bit more and went back to get an MA. And now I'm more into making games and interactive stuff. Oh, no, that makes sense.
Regen burst activated.
So are you actually working on a game right now then? So, yeah, see, this person literally is just like... hey, hats off to you. Hats off to you, but they just have my number. Like, they're just virtually waiting for me. So, in that case, I'm going to stop popping up as much, hopefully. And giving them such an easy projectile target.
Get in here. Get in the immortality field. Let them up. I want fire. Get over here.
Best round.
Yay! Sort of. It's a game, but as part of a research project, so it won't be sold or anything like that. Oh, that's really interesting. That's really, like, I hate to ask, but are you allowed to talk about that more? Like, what's the research about?
No more messing around.
Think you can keep up with me?
Like, is it more about, like kind of just, like, market research on, like, player types with, like, video game types or something? Or,
5, 4,
like, kind of categorizing different, different gamers into different,
capture the objective.
like, different game interests or whatnot? Because I think that's going to be really important moving forward, is like kind of like figuring out marketing for video games and stuff like that. Like, video games are finally starting to get the recognition media-wise that like movies and TV have gotten for years. So it'll be kind of interesting to see going forward how the analytics of like video game research kind of goes, categorizing different gamers. Because I don't think you can categorize video game players the way you can categorize, like, say, music listeners or like TV show watchers and stuff. Like, for an example, like when you watch TV, like generally you stick to say 2 genres or something. Whereas with video games, I don't know. I find most video game players are pretty here, there, and everywhere. No. Like, I know myself, I play virtually everything. Like, I will play something that's 20 years old and completely retro, and I will play something, you know, like super visually spectacular with a great storyline, and I'll play something that's just completely like face roll, like a Diablo type of game, and just bust through it. You know what I mean? So I mean, I have no like real genre that I stick with, right? I just do whatever I want, whenever I want, kind of thing. Just whatever I feel like, right? Sort of. No, it's like very expensive media research about co-housing.
Well, it could be worse.
Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, like, co-housing is in like multi-gamers in the same house, if that's what you mean?
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Oh. The only person that's like getting kills on me is that damn widow. Holy hell. Hey, that's off to you though. Like I said,
Not over yet.
and like I said, it's when I keep jumping. It's such a predictable arc to predict where my head is gonna be that it's very easy for a decent sniper to pick off like a jumping Batiste like that. So I mean, that's one, and it's something I've critiqued on my own gameplay a lot, is the fact that I jump around way too much. At a certain point, I'm becoming an easier target than a harder target to hit. For good players, like, you know, kind of newer players don't expect me to jump like that as much as I do. But when you get like the veteran players that really know, you know, the kind of the jump art and stuff like that, they'll pick you off no problem. But yeah, back to co-housing. So no, like finding new ways how people can live together. Oh, okay, so that's pretty cool then. That's pretty cool then. So like more actually kind of more or less transcending gaming then at that point. You're almost talking about like small, like tiny house communities and stuff like that. You know, like you know, multi-unit dwellings, stuff like that, and everything, right? Okay, seriously? That I can guarantee you. Like, what? Okay, let's see here for a second. Look at that gameplay. Okay, gee, I wonder if that widow is a smurf. Okay, so in this game, I don't know if you know this term, Pothos, but a smurf is essentially someone who's, like, playing on a lower level account to play with lower level people. Essentially, like, to like, wipe the floor with them, right? Because, like, the headshots that are coming out of that widow are just, like, unreal for a level 10 person. Like, I mean, granted, I mean, it's... You know, it's just someone with good aim too, but even still, like that's really good gameplay from then.
Score 1-1.
And I don't know why it's called smurfing, but playing on a lower level account to play with lower level people is like really common in shooter games, right? So you can just like tear through the crowd. Oh, well, I hate to be this guy, but watch now. All of a sudden, we'll just like stomp the enemy team. But no, that's really cool actually. Like that's really interesting research and stuff like that, because I find like, especially like moving forward and stuff like that, I think that's going to be a lot more vital, right? And even tiny houses themselves and things like that are going to be so much more vital, right? I mean, people are building up these massive mansions and stuff like that, but we're not adding more more real estate, really, right?
Regen burst activated.
Or not. No, we're still getting stomped. We're still getting stomped. Maybe it was just me getting killed by the Widow.
Well, it could be worse. Looking good. Fully healed.
Get into position.
Oh man,
Regen burst activated.
that hog is having some bad luck with those hooks.
Capturing the objective. Regen up. Not bullet.
That Farah is trying to pot us from the back there.
Regen burst activated.
Ooh, that was good that Farah didn't get that that rain off too hard for too long.
Let them up.
Oh man, that was such a lucky pin. Well, that's the other part too, right? And even just in terms of resource consumption too, right? I mean, let's be honest, it's obviously going to take a lot less resources to maintain a smaller household with people living closer together, right? Like even it's I mean it's funny in Canada here and stuff like that. Like in terms of house size, like I have one of the smallest standalone houses I've ever seen, right? Other than like a dedicated tiny house, right? And it's funny when people like, you know, see the size of my house, and you know, half the times I always get asked like, well, you know, do you live here full time? Like how do you live here? And oh, you gotta get a bigger house, and it's just like, you know, like how big do your house have to be? Like how much space do you actually occupy as a human being? Like you really don't occupy that much space when you really start breaking it down. Like a lot of it is just wasted resources, like at the truest sense, right? Wasted building resources, wasted resources to try and maintain and keep the place heated and like upright even, right? So it's, I don't know. I guess I'm in a different mindset, right? Like I even said as a very young kid, I would always trade house size for yard size, and I've done that. Like in North America here, again, like it's funny because we I guess we kind of value things differently. Like again, like I do a lot of like buying and selling off Kijiji and stuff like that and everything, and like trading and stuff like that. And people come down from the city, and it's funny because they'll like look at my yard and they're like, oh my god, like your yard is so big, and I kind of just smile and I'm like, no. See that field in the back there? That additional yard? That's where it goes to. that open just plot of grass that just sitting there, that's what it opens up to. That's mine too. Like I've got this tiny little house, but the property's huge, right? So even this summertime and stuff like that, like my girlfriend and I are planning on, like if we can and stuff like that, opening up kind of the backyard, kind of like we did with the ice rink this year, where people can come by and maybe have like maybe a community garden or something like that. So just in case you don't have enough room to plant some crops or something on your own property, you might be able to come here and, you know, plant some stuff and, you know, maybe trade with other people too, because I feel like that moving forward is going to be a big thing too, right, Pothos? I've been talking about that and discussing that a lot with viewers and stuff, is essentially the move from monetization to trade and skill, right? Going back to the olden days of, you know, I can do this for you if you can do this for me kind of thing, right? You know, like for a perfect example, like I'm really good with computers, but I'm not very good at building things, right? So in a lot of cases, like for an example, like I would, you know, always like trade skill work with my brother-in-law. Like he's really good at building things. Like he is an amazing carpenter and stuff like that, and very skilled with his hands in terms of like building things from the ground up. Whereas I'm super techie. So like if they ever need tech work done or anything in their house, like computers fixed or anything, I do that for them. And then we kind of like, you know, trade things back and forth where, you know, he'll help me build something or something like that. And it works out, right?
Incoming in 30 seconds.
And generally too with trades like that too, that's the thing that people always kind of forget about. Like you generally get more value out of a trade than a straight purchase, right? For an example, like even trading things for other items, right? You're trading something that's sitting around that's collecting dust for something that you'll actually use. You're gonna get a lot more value out of that trade than say spending X amount of money on it too, right? So yeah, and that's the other thing too, right? It supports the local community too. Like that was the nice thing about the ice rink. Like with the ice rink, we had it where essentially we had the ice rink open for the community and everything like that, so you could come and swim. We just asked, or come and swim, so you could come and skate. One thing that we asked was everyone book ice time so that there wasn't multiple families here at the same time because of everything going on, right? And then all we asked on top of that was if you showed up, we asked that you brought a food donation of some sort so that we could donate it to the local food bank. And we had like such a positive turnout. Both in terms of donations, in terms of people showing up and being respectful and stuff like that. Like, it was super awesome to see. And again, like, things like that are going to be so important moving forward, right? Like, community-based things, really coming together and, you know, working alongside your neighbors and stuff like that to really utilize skills and properties and just each other's values, right?
Quelle attitude positive là.
Yeah, let's get going. Whoa, let's move. But yeah, and it's nice to see that is kind of the movement too. I mean, obviously, you know, things like this, you're going to see a split, right? I hate to bring it to a somewhat negative point, but I mean, like, things like this, you're going to see the complete opposite in both cases, right? You're either going to see it bring out the absolute best in people, or it's going to bring out the absolute worst in people. And I'm just hoping, you know, for the most part, the majority is it brings out the best in people, and so far, at least in my area, it seems to be. You know, people helping people out with jobs and stuff like that. You know, work around and stuff. You know, trading things, supplying people with things they need and stuff like that. Whatever, right?
Come on.
No one can hide from my sight.
You're fully healed.
But yeah, so we hope, just to kind of bring it back again to the community garden again thing, like, we hope that this summer we can do that. I don't know how well that's going to work though, because a community garden is like, it works differently than like an ice rink, right? Like, you can't really like book out time per se with the community garden, so we're not sure how we can do it. But I don't know, we're going to try and figure out something.
All better.
Ooh, we're getting hairy here. Are we gonna full hold this? Seriously?
Let them up.
We could potentially full hold this here. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think we might be able to full hold this. I mean, we're in line to do it here. This is good positioning to do it at this timing. We just gotta stay aggressive with them, keep them at bay. Oh, I was gonna say we gotta get that stagger kill there. That's gonna be such a good stagger kill.
60 seconds.
No one can hide.
Oh, that bob isn't deep enough. That's perfect. Yeah, I was gonna say that'll work out well for us. Woo! Sorry, Pothos. I wanna get through this here. Oh. That was getting spicy there for a minute. But yeah, like we're really hoping to be able to figure something out with the community garden. Even I love that voice line so much.
Thank you, Baptiste. Oh, you're welcome.
It's so sassy. But no, I hope we can figure something out with the garden or something like that. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that could probably use that this summer. So I really hope that we can figure something out, even if it's just like a system where essentially like, because even last year it got to the point where like we literally had too many strawberry plants. We just got to the point where we had just too much stuff. So it'll be really nice if essentially we could get to the same point again this year, and even just maybe just give some stuff away, even if need be. Grow enough crops to just start feeding the community, right? Oh, couldn't get it out in time. Come on, let's hold out here, guys. Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably be able to figure something out. I mean, as long as there's not too much interest in it, I suppose we could do it the same way as the ice rink and just schedule out times, right? You know, you can come, you know, do your crops at this time, you can come do your crops at this time kind of thing, I guess? I don't know. Then again, everyone wants to probably water in the morning time, right? Or in, you know, the evening. Everyone kind of wants to garden at the same times. Yeah! Full hold. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Well played.
Play of the game.
Yeah, Stardew in real life, right? All the community members. I'm just worried about Lewis showing up. Everyone's welcome, but that shady Lewis. I'm cool with everyone on my property except for a shady Lewis. There's no way I want Lewis showing up. Yeah, our Lucio was really good that game. I really liked his gameplay that time. The ball was really good. Widow was good. That's one of those games where I wish I could like give everyone on our team a commendation. The whole team played really well that game. Really, really good team composition there. Yeah, F. Lewis, yeah. Yeah, put it this way. You certainly won't find any purple shorts in my house. And if you did, you'd find them after 2 seconds. It really wouldn't take you that long to find them because my house is, like I said, very small.
Fortnite looks like that. That's disgusting.
Hello? 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 Hi. I don't know who we want to play as here. You know what? We'll play one last game as Baptiste here because we're like a Baptiste one trick in this game. But
no dying on my watch.
We'll do another Baptiste game just to kind of finish off some Baptiste play here. I really should switch it up from support for a little while. Just to get a different perspective on the game. Yeah, he's coming to collect the taxes. Yeah, right.
Let's
Only
do
two
this.
guarantees in life are taxes and death, right? And Lewis creepily showing up at your door. Oh, we got a diva right here. All right. Lewis the creep.
3, 2, 1. Attack commences.
Fully healed.
Escort the payload.
Regen up.
We're apparently gonna get walked this game.
Hmm.
And it... We could get some picks here.
Maintain that positive attitude. Regen burst activated.
Fuck you.
Nothing to
Why not, like, try something else?
I'm picking their damage. Their mimicry is good.
Ooh. Oh, goddamn.
They're down one player right now.
Boom bop bow.
Someone's looking out for me.
Freak.
Doctor's good at
Time to raise my APM. Why is the payload stopped? Everyone, get on!
And then everyone just gives up too. I love seeing that. Like, if you're not gonna try and play, why even play? Just go play a different game. Just wasting my healing grenades on that diva, just standing there doing nothing. I mean, probably some shielders would probably help, and, you know, working together, but whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm no expert at this game or anything, but shielders usually help with this much damage output.
Let them up.
Like, really, guys? Really?
Like,
what is going on here? Like, holy hell!
Ape smash.
Keep him back down.
Ape smash.
Got their mimicry.
Ape smash.
Come with me if you want to.
There we go.
Yeah, come here. Ape smash time. Ape smash. Ape smash. Ape smash. Let's go.
That guy's not annoying at all.
Ape smash.
Taking the high ground.
Ape smash. Smash.
That's exactly like, holy cripes, man. Like, no one's even playing their character the way they should play it. Like, this Echo is like, okay, I'm not gonna be
Oh my
negative.
god,
I'm
they
not
were
gonna be
just
negative.
going right after me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be negative. Everyone learns the game. By the way, that character there can fly. That character just sitting in the middle of the field, that character can fly, by the way. That's why I'm getting angry.
Ape smash. Let's go. Ape smash. Let's go. Smash these fucks. Let's get him. Let's get him.
Oh, I know. Some people in this game are just, oh, Beyond annoying. Beyond annoying. Or the
Let's
people
go,
that just
Ape
sit there
Smash.
and
Get in here.
spam
Taste him.
their,
I got him taste. Got him taste.
they'll just spam their like voice lines and stuff like that. Like that's even probably more annoying. Like their character's voice line. I can handle someone talking over like a character just spamming
That's so
voice
mean.
line. Like that's so annoying.
Get in here. Regen burst activated. Taking the immortality field.
I'm killing their Widow.
Good job, team. Let's keep it going.
Their Widowmaker is super low. No! Oh.
Yay. Wait, what? I don't want to get this game.
Play of the game.
I don't know. Here, here, and here. All right, we're gonna play one more game because that one bugged me. I don't want to go out on a game like that. So we're gonna do one more here. Ooh, that's not bad. 6 deaths prevented. That is pretty decent. 1,500 damage prevented. That's not bad. Probably more healing than some healers get. So what have you been playing recently, Pothos? Or I've been noticing you've been doing, is it Blender? Okay, so is Blender like a modeling type of thing? And not by like oh, look at me, I'm a model, but like apparently that's my model voice. But is it like a it's like essentially like a 3D character building thing, isn't it?
Welcome to
And you can do Blender in VR, can't you?
Select your hero.
You can use Blender in the Oculus, can't you? And like draw things in virtual reality and like kind of like walk around them. Because if so, do you have like a VR setup? Oh man, I hate to seem like a. No, you know what? I'm gonna go Moira on this map. Just to switch it up from Batiste there.
Struggle is for the superiority of ideas.
No, I can't on this map. No.
Attackers
No.
incoming
In my opinion, Batiste is just so much stronger on this map specifically.
I usually get
The way
most
that
of my
people
team
like
back
to
alive.
play, the way it ends up getting played. Moira doesn't have enough range on her healing. In a lot of cases, like people at the beginning spread out quite a bit. Oh, you have the PSVR. That's pretty cool still though. What games do you have for it?
4, 3.
Like what's your favorite game for VR?
Attackers incoming. Defend.
I don't know what my favorite VR game is. I've got one called, what is it? Death Unchained, if I'm not mistaken. It's really super cool. It's like almost like a dungeon crawl, like roguelike game where essentially you're an archer in the game and you're walking through like almost like a labyrinth of ruins and you're taking out like druids and other archers and knights and stuff like that. Very cool game.
All better.
And my nephew loves, what is it, Rec Room, which is probably one of the coolest platforms on virtual reality. That is probably one of the coolest games going. And then I've got the Star Wars game as well. What is it? Star Wars, the Vader one, not Galaxy's Edge, but the Vader one. It's like the Darth Vader storyline. I forget what that one's called. That one's really good. And then I've got a couple of meditation ones for VR as well. I love doing meditation in virtual reality. That's really neat.
Got you good as new.
And then what else is there? Man, there's so many cool games for VR. What else do I have? That's the thing, I don't have a lot of games for VR, right? Because I don't play it really that often. If anything, my nephew probably plays it more often than I do. Because, like, honestly, I'll be completely honest. I realize that I'm old enough now that I'm starting to feel the effects from, like, motion sickness and stuff like that. So I can usually only play, like, VR for, like, short little bits. Whereas my nephew, he can be in VR for 2-3 hours and not really get affected by it. We lost. Yeah, Rec Room is super fun. Super Shot and Beat... Oh, Beat Saber. I was gonna say that's one of the ones I have. Beat Saber is... It's one of those games, too, where for me, I was trying to hold off buying Beat Saber for the longest time, because it was one of those games for me where, like, I assumed there was just so much, like, hype about it. But then, like, the first time I played it, I'm like... Okay, I get it. Like, this is super fun. It was, like, back in the day of, like Dance Dance Revolution, if you ever had a chance to play that one, like with the dance pad, and then you have to like do the dances on the pad with the different directions. Same thing, right? But it was so much fun. Ramen, yeah, sure, we'll endorse him. We'll endorse Soap here. We'll endorse Lady Gaga. We're gonna leave the game here. We'll do a quick just chatting session here before we finish off the stream and stuff like that here. Oh, never played DDR? Oh, Dance Dance Revolution was like, oh, that was back in the day where, like, even in some cases, it was back in the days of, like, arcades and stuff like that, right? So, like, we would pool up quarters and stuff and go to, like, the local, like, big, movie theater where they had an arcade and stuff like that. And my buddy and I would sit and play, well, not sit and play, because it's a very, you know, immersive game, but we would be dancing on the DDR machines. And it even got to the point where with certain songs, there was like certain parts where you'd get like a break and stuff, and we'd be doing like tricks on them, because essentially like behind the dance pad, it was a big metal dance pad you were dancing on, right? But behind it was like a bar. So even sometimes you'd get it where like I would like jump over him and he would go under me and stuff, and we'd transfer pads and then start doing each other's pads and stuff. Like, yeah, it got pretty ridiculous. And that was a lot of Friday and Saturday nights and stuff like that spent that way. And then it got to the point where we actually, like, we bought some pads for our houses. So then we started playing at home and stuff like that, which was just next level, right? And Super Shot, is Super Hot. Is Super Hot the one where essentially like things are kind of like running at you and stuff like that, and you're essentially like disarming guys, and like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like a slow motion like action scene where like you're figuring out different ways to interact and disarm your enemies and stuff like that. Time only moves when you move. Oh, okay. Time only moves when you move. Oh, I didn't realize that. See, that's one of those ones, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that my nephew plays a lot of the times. He plays that one a lot. I don't think I've played through it. I think I just have the demo on my Oculus, if I'm not mistaken. So if I'm thinking of the right game, I think he plays that one, and he really seems to like that one. He says it's really funny, like, you know, where like you'll grab a gun from someone and then like throw it at another person. And I've really wanted to get a like a racing game in VR, but I don't know if I'd be able to handle it, right? Like a proper VR racing game, or even the one I was thinking about getting was like Rogue Squadrons. I really wanted to get Rogue Squadrons for the for like the dog fighting and stuff like that in the Star Wars spaceship. But again, like I don't know if I'd actually be able to handle being in a dogfight in space in VR. Like, I think I'd get too disoriented. But I mean, like, who knows, right? Who knows? It's kind of one of those, like, I want to bite the bullet, but at the same time, and the other part too is I've just heard mixed reviews on the game itself. A lot of people say it's really fun to play kind of for the first, couple hours, and then there's almost, like no replayability to it. It's very repetitive, so maybe I'll hold off. Plus, I just got Valheim a little while ago, and I haven't even loaded it up yet. I haven't even like opened the game yet. Oh, playtime 14 minutes. I did open the game, but I've not played it yet. So I'll probably, if anything, start getting into this here and there on stream, because this seems like my type of game, like through and through. Oh, you play Valheim? Well, maybe if we can sometime, maybe we could play together sometime. Apparently, one of the guys I play Ultima Online with, that's the really old school retro MMO I play and stuff like that. Apparently, he's got a cousin that has like his own server and stuff like that, and he's invited me to play on that. So that's probably where I'll be starting up and everything. Oh, you have a private server too? Well, by all means, I mean, I'd love to play sometime with other people and stuff like that. So if you're ever playing and stuff and you see me online sometime, invite me in, because that's definitely a game I'd like to play. And I feel like, for one, it's definitely the type of game that's better with like it just gets better the more people you have in the game. And two, it seems like the type of game where you'd probably want a little bit of help getting started, because it looks like kind of like a Stardew / like Ultima Online game where the gameplay is not very hand-holdy from what I've seen. Like, essentially it's all about like discoverability, figuring things out, stuff like that. So it would be very helpful to have someone kind of like, you know, kind of walking you through it. Like Avis does with me in Stardew, right? But no, that'd be really cool if we could get that going sometime. I'd really enjoy that. Because like I was saying, like I've heard a couple of reviews even from older Ultima Online players and stuff, and they say like this is very kind of similar to an Ultima Online feeling game. Very open world, very sandboxy. So I'm really, really intrigued and excited about that. Because it's been a while since I had the chance to play like a true like old school real sandbox MMO, like where your choices are like 100% yours, right? I don't know about in Valheim, but I know in Ultima Online, like for an example, like I can outright murder someone outside of town, right? Which, I mean, nowadays is such a foreign idea. Like everything nowadays is consensual PvP, right? Like if I go up to someone, I can essentially like try and duel them, or we go to an area that is designated as a PvP like zone. But Ultima Online literally just works off the system that if you leave the protection of town, you're fair game. Doesn't necessarily, and again, it's almost the same type of system as like in real life, right? Like there's consequences. There's the morale issue behind it. There's a notoriety system built in where like if you kill, say, one person, you go gray for a short period of time. But if you become like a murderer, where you kill a mass amount of people, like a serial killer or something like that, you get bounties on your head where people will be hunting you. And you know, like you'll also have it where not only people will be hunting you, but you're also red, where you can't enter town, right? You can't interact with NPCs, so different things like that, right? But it's one of the only games that I can really think of that has a notoriety system like that, or an open morale system like that, where essentially your choices are 100% yours. If I see someone hunting someone, like something that I want to hunt, I can potentially kill them and take over their spot and take their loot that they've acquired, right? And that's the other thing too, like you die, anything in your bags is open and fair game too. So it's a really neat concept. Again, kind of foreign in today's gaming world, because they realize, like, let's be honest, like there is a lot of wolves on the internet, right? So in a lot of cases, you know, it did you know, kind of ruin the game in a lot of cases. For an example, it is still in the Guinness Book of Records, not so much for a record, but actually for essentially like a storyline arc that happened and will never really happen again in a video game, right? Essentially, the creator of Ultima Online went into the world as an in-game character and forgot to make himself invulnerable. And because of the mechanics in Ultima Online, he was killed. He was actually murdered and assassinated in the world. And it is this famous ongoing story that's always told, the murder or assassination of Lord British, right? And it's really super funny. to go back and think about that type of stuff, right? That was actually a possibility, that you could kill the creator of the game, which nowadays would just automatically be an invulnerable person you just outright can't even attack, right? So it's super cool that way, right, Pothos? Yeah, it's neat that way. And just different things like that, like, you know, the concept of in-game weddings was started in Ultima Online. Like, there's, you know, wedding chapels in certain shards that have existed from the beginning of Ultima Online, because like a lot of my viewers and I always talk about, Ultima Online was the original virtual chat room, right? Like, for an example, I actually got logged in here. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to log in, but like, this is Ultima Online, right? So imagine this in 1997, right, Pothos? You remember the murder of Lord British, right, Pablito? Like, that's the thing, right? And it's such an iconic thing in everyone's mind that used to play Ultima Online, right? Like, everyone was talking about it. This is before the days of live streaming. This is the day before the days of, you know, like, video recording and game capture and stuff like that. So like, there is literally, I think, what, one set of pictures, like screen captures, that exist, and they just kind of cycle around the internet, right? It was a massive thing. Like I was saying, like, Ultima Online was bigger at that time than World of Warcraft is now, technically, because of a lack of options, right? Like, Ultima Online was your Second Life. It was your virtual chat room. It was your chat room. Like, again, my sister used to just kind of come into Ultima Online and use it as a virtual chat room. She'd sit around the bank and socialize with people and stuff like that. But she'd have like an app, like, because you get this avatar that like you can dress up and stuff like that as a paper doll and everything. So it's just a lot more immersive than, say, hopping into, like, you know, AOL chat back in the days in the mid 90s and stuff like that, right? So I mean, Ultima Online was massive, and to have something like that happen was amazing. So were you playing at that time, Pablito? Was that like around the time you were playing? Because I know that was around the time, like, I wasn't playing, you know, on that server or that day, but that was right around the time I was playing and stuff like that. And I mean, it was so funny to have that happen, right? Like, all of a sudden you'd start hearing about it on ICQ and, you know, in town, and did you hear that Lord British was and like the rumors about it, right? Like, did you hear that he dropped XYZ armor, or did you hear that he got looted, or did you hear that, you know, like, I even heard some things like so outlandish that, like, you know, like, did you hear that the person that murdered him is now allowed to use his castle as, like, his home, and like things like that, right? Like, just to the moon and back, right? Because again, that was before the days of, like, you know, Wikipedia and YouTube and like walkthroughs and this and that. So like, everything was like, you know, just hearsay and whatnot, right? It was all just grapevined. But no, oh man, like, it was such an interesting time too, right? Back in the day of 28K modems and stuff like that, where you had one phone line in your house, and if someone picked up the phone line, you were kicked off your internet connection and stuff. Different funny things like that, right? It was, oh, those were the days. My friend was a beta tester, and he was on the event when it happened. Oh, really, eh? No way, that's pretty awesome. Well, even myself, if I'm not mistaken, I always tell this story, and I mean, if anyone ever wants to correct me on this, because I mean, I was relatively young at the time and stuff like that, but I could swear that one of my buddies, he had a beta disc, if I'm not mistaken. And the original bank boxes, here, I'm gonna, just to bring this up for point of reference, the original bank boxes used to be true black, the whole bank box, because even if you notice here around the sides, Pablito, it is true black, right? And what they had was, the bank box used to be true black. Again, I'm recalling this from memory, but pre-release it was true black, and people were complaining that essentially, like, if you put clothing down there, you'd almost kind of like lose it. So they ended up putting in like almost kind of that like a velvet like underlay in the bank to kind of make it like a different color and hue than the rest of the clothing, and that's why it's gradient too, so that you can always see things dropped on top of it, because it's not one single color. But yeah, just for point of reference, I'm almost positive bank boxes used to be true black. Yeah, he was the one that got me into the game. Oh, that's awesome. And like I always say, like I've said it a few times and stuff like that, and I think people are like thinking that I'm trying to like get them into like Ultima Online Renaissance. But my thing is whenever I get viewers in here, I don't know if they play UO in general or if they're just like random viewers. So I always like, come play UO, come play UO, come play UO. And I always get it like, oh, well, I play here, I don't really want to play. And I'm just like, I don't care. No offense, I don't care where you play. It doesn't really matter to me. Just play. This is a game, and I've made the argument so many times, that deserves so much more traction than what it has, even after this many years, in my opinion, because there's still no game that compares to the gameplay of Ultima Online nowadays. Like, the amount of, you know, open world choices you get, the character selection even. Like, if you want to, you can virtually never leave town or never leave, you know, like, the safety of your home and just be like a crafter too, right? And like, for an example, like you can start your own store with owning a house. You can own a house in this game, right? These houses here are owned by someone in the game, right? And they've decorated them. So you start with like a blank slate of a marble house and then you decorate it. And these little characters here are NPCs and they're vendors. So you can come up to them and you can buy their goods and stuff like that and interact with them. And as a character in the game, I can place those vendors and I can set them up, you know, to sell whatever I want to. So it's a really neat idea that way. So you can virtually play the game, like I said, as a crafter character. Just setting up a shop, you know, selling wares and stuff like that, and just making money that way and interacting with people, you know, that way, instead of ever even having to leave town, adventure, you know, do dungeon crawling or anything like that, right? It's really neat. Yeah, and yeah, like I said, yeah, regardless of flavor, please play Ultima Online. Like I always say, like just for an example, like I drop this link just because this is the link I have set up, right? But for an example, once you kind of get into Ultima Online and like look around and stuff like that, like there's different servers offering different time periods, different content and stuff like that. And even I say a lot of the times, like, you know, like this is old school Ultima Online. There's different servers that kind of are more mimicking like the real Ultima Online and what direction it took, and then you've got servers that are completely custom content too. So I mean, whatever your flavor is, it's almost like a Roblox type of situation at this point, where it's the community making the worlds inside of the Ultima Online universe, and whatever, you know, world you want to play in that universe is gravy. It's just awesome, right, Pablito? Like, it doesn't matter where you play, how you play, just play it, enjoy the time, right? No, and like even after all this time, there's not another game like UO. And you know what? There never will be, because, like I said, of the whole sheep versus wolf debate. It can be very hard for shards to get enough sheep to feed the wolves, right? Because especially nowadays, especially in a game like this, where people are okay with the playstyle and the hardcoreness of it, generally what ends up happening is the only people that want to play here are the hardcore people. So it ends up just being a vicious cycle of just all wolves instead of sheep, because that kind of happened on like a couple of other servers I've played and stuff like that, where essentially like it's all reds, right? Oh, you play on Aussie? Like actual servers? Like, how is that? That's the one thing. I don't think I could get started back up on actual servers at this point. I've got a buddy who says he's probably going to go back to actual servers as well. But I always say it, and I'll keep saying it. This is the mac and cheese of Ultima Online for me. It's so comforting and, you know, like just cozy feeling. And the main thing too is with new viewers popping in here and there and stuff like that, and maybe some people that I'm bringing in from other games that don't know Ultima, this is what I feel comfortable kind of leading people through. Whereas something, you know, like very, very custom content like Outlands seems like an awesome shard, but I don't feel comfortable like holding someone's hand through that content. Whereas this, you know, on Discord or something, someone pops in and like, hey, I saw you stream, like I'm starting up, what do I do? Like, okay, start here, you know, buy this and this, and you can start this way and make this character. Whereas with Outlands, I don't even know the templates kind of thing, right? Like I started there a little bit, but it was so different. I couldn't like latch on, you know what I mean? You're on Atlantic, and honestly, it's pretty healthy and fun. Well, that's good too, right? And Okay, so the other point that's been made quite a few times in my streams and stuff like that is it's a very different player base in a game like this than, say, Fortnite or Overwatch or Paladins, where the majority of people in the game are just so toxic. It gets to a point of just like, yeah, it's not even fun to play. Whereas this, generally your audience is older. Generally you're dealing with adults in this game because those are the people that know it and were around it back when it released. So the player base is much more mature than most other games, right? So even if you have like a player killer, especially even on this server too, that kills you, they realize that if they just kind of don't grief you out of the game, that you'll come back and they have more action that way, right? So it's kind of interesting to see that way. But yeah, I find most of the player bases are pretty healthy, pretty fun. You know, even with the ability to be able to kill people, it's not like there's too much griefing going on, which is always good. Because that's what really just ruins gameplay, right? Is the griefing aspect of it. You know, I don't mind if someone kills me, but don't like camp my body. Don't essentially try and take me out of the game. Because again, that's taking you out of the game too, right? Which I don't get. Yeah, no worries, Pablito. I'm probably actually going to head out here anyways. I'm going to get my day started and everything like that here. So, on that note, everyone, thank you for watching today, of course. And if anyone ever wants to, join into Ultima Online. And also, if you ever want to, join into the Discord as well. If you want to know what's kind of going on in the spiritually initiated world, if you want to know what's going on in Ultima, just in gaming or tech in general, stop by the Discord. It's a cool place to just hang out. No, thank you both hosts for hanging out. Always appreciate the conversations. And I also really appreciate, like, the information on, like, the editing stuff and everything like that, too. Because, like I said, like, I'm relatively green in the guilds regarding editing and stuff, so it was kind of reassuring for me to know that like DaVinci Resolve will do everything I want for free until the point where I want to do different program integration. But I don't know if I'm going to go that deep with it, right? Because essentially, like, I'd have to teach myself all those programs alongside DaVinci. And I think that's probably a big enough undertaking in itself, is just learning how to video edit and do stuff like that without someone teaching you how to do it, right? I'm just learning it hands-on. I'm just trying to autodidact my way through the whole experience. That's someone that just teaches themselves things, by the way. Oh, I certainly will, Pothos. No, now that I know that. Because like I said, I've seen you playing around with Blender and stuff like that. But I didn't know how deep or sparse that knowledge went. But I will certainly be hitting you up for some knowledge if need be and stuff like that. Because I really appreciate that. I'm going to keep it pretty simple and stuff like that at first. Like I said, just really simple clips and stuff. But I'd like to get into some, you know, like rewind, reverb type of stuff, some neat little effects, you know, all the fun, stupid stuff, right? I'd even like to get into some stuff where like I could do some like funny little home videos with my nephew and stuff like that, where maybe we add in some like light special effects and stuff like that. Because this winter he was tobogganing, and I was doing like voice narration with his tobogganing, doing like videos, like essentially making it like Star Wars videos, and he thought that was the funniest thing in the world. So it'd be really neat to do that and like take it to the next level where we start like adding in sound effects and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool and fun. But again, thank you everyone for tuning in. It was so much fun today. I always have a blast. Sorry it took me so long to get online. Always technical issues, right? But hey, computer, good night. But on that note, everyone, again, take your healing potions with you for the day. Stay healed up for the day. I hope to maybe come back throughout the day at some point. It's generally hard on Fridays or throughout the weekends with everything going on and trying to get the honey-do list and everything done and stuff like that. But again, on that note too, because I know this is what everyone comes for, right? Make sure you take the RGB potion with you for the day, okay? The RGB potion is slightly running out of magic and mana at this point, okay? So, take the RGB potion with you for the day, folks, okay? The RGB potion is to keep the lag away, all right? So, if you experience any lag throughout the day or the weekend, make sure that you take a sip of this, and hopefully it'll cure you up, all right? Yeah, it's kind of... Oh, there we go. We got some magic going in the potion there. So, everyone, sip on the RGB potion as you need it, and enjoy your weekends, right? Peace out, everyone. And, oh, on that note too, is there a streamer that everyone likes to watch or something? Because I always like to end my streams on a raid. Who else do we have here? Oh, you know what? Bull's on. Yeah, we'll do a raid on Bull. We'll do a raid on Bull. It's been a little while since we've done a raid on Bull. So, everyone enjoy. Awesome streamer here. He's got another stream shed as well, so his is like next level though. His is even a step up from mine, I'd say. So enjoy his stream, everyone. All the best. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend if I don't get back to you. And see you on Monday, everyone. Peace! And for anyone viewing that is not on Twitch, thank you so much for your views. Thank you for your likes, your shares. Make sure you stay notified for all future streams and everything like that. And have yourselves a lovely day and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Make sure you stay healed up, everyone. Enjoy. All the best. Peace.